Morning, Scratch. Yes, it's early in the morning. What are you reading? Oh, he's looking at my book, Acting Daft. What, Scratch? You want to learn to read? Well, which part do you want me to read you? Chapter 3. When the twins get on the supported housing scheme. Here we go. Iris looked professional in her smart red suit. Her dark red hair, neat and tailored, brought out the glint in her brown eyes that shone through the round, small frame glasses that perched on the end of her nose. She sat cross-legged and leaning back on her chair, her black stiletto hanging lazily off her sheer stockinged toes and filing her long red nails. Her matching red handbag sat on the desk in between the phone and the... What do you want, Scratch? Woof, 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 woof. What do you want, Scratch? You want to read the bit where Mrs. Plantington says twice a night? There we go. The twins watch the racing on the television, and it's twice a night. Twice a night is the lead coming up to the fourth fence, said the television commentator. Oh dear, and twice a night has fallen. What a tragedy, that looks nasty. Twice a night was set to win, but he's fallen at the fourth fence. The jockey has been thrown clear. He's standing up, the jockey's fine, and the vet's running onto the racecourse. What a turn-up of events. On the racecourse, a lady in her late 50s with a blue-rinsed perm and pleasantly wrinkled face and piercing blue eyes went running out to the injured horse. 3 men, the jockey, the vet and the owner, were stood round the horse. The vet looked up and shook his head. The old lady said something to the man and they started shaking their heads. The lady started to wave her hands in the air, obviously hysterical, and the owner started making calm-down gestures with his hands and then turned away, scratching his head. He threw his hands into the air and then looked at the lady with a puzzled expression on his face. The lady smiled at him and got out on her mobile phone as it started to rain. She was ringing the ISBN to see whether, if she bought the horse, they could send out the air ambulance. Woof, woof, woof. What, you want the dirty bits? What do you mean the dirty bits? Woof, 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 woof. Sex scenes? I don't think we can put them on YouTube. Well, let's have a see. Michael walked into the office. Iris was filing her nails. She stood up to greet Michael. You'll never guess what, Julie's rang. She's coming back next week. Great, wonderful, said Michael. He really was pleased. It was hard work getting the right staff in. In fact, he felt like hugging Iris for being the bearer of good news. He thought about the earthquake and the twins disappearing without trace. Life's too short for procrastination, he thought. Seize the day and all that. He grabbed Iris and took her in her arms. He half expected a slap, but it wasn't forthcoming. Instead, electricity crackled between them, sending bolts of shivers down their bodies. Seize the day, thought Michael. He kissed her, just a peck on the lips at first, to see if she'd object. She didn't. In fact, she practically melted on the spot. Michael kissed her again, this time pushing his tongue... Oh, I can't read any more of that on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'll have to leave it there, Scratch. We'll give you another reading lesson tomorrow. Okay. Do you want to teach your dog to read? You can get Acting Daft off my website or at the Chipmunka Publishing website, off Amazon, or you can order it at most good bookshops. Okay, folks.